Hey y'all, this is Buddy with Real Fun Fishing in Southwest Florida. If you've been liking my videos, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that bell so you can see more videos. Here's the disclaimer for my videos. If you do anything wrong, you screw holes through your boat, sink, die, you don't follow safety gear, you hurt yourself, whatever, it's not on me. So I'm not a professional in anything. I'm just some dude in the garage fixing stuff and showing you how I do it. So everything's your fault if you do it wrong. Got it? Hi, this is Buddy with Real Fun Fishing in Southwest Florida. Today I'm going to talk to you about how I'm going to install my Minn Kota Riptide I-pilot system. It's a trolling motor on my brand new Mako 2022 Pro Skiff 15. Go. Alright, now I'm going to show you what comes in with your trolling motor. First, obviously, you get your I-pilot control with a lanyard and a quick release. You get a D-ring so you can hook it to your belt loop. Obviously, the hardware and your prop. And this is the quick release bracket for Minn Kota, the MKA-21. That's the one I'm using that fits my power drive. Comes with the quick release bracket that bolts on to the bottom, and then you have the piece that bolts on to the boat. Obviously the hardware, your locking mechanism, your pin, and these are all the tools that I'm going to use to install it. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, now first thing first, we're going to go ahead and take the sides off of our Minn Kota trolling motor. It's very simple. They're just two little tiny Phillips head screws, and screw them quickly and easily, and then mount your big bracket onto the bottom, but only hand tighten the screws. Only hand tighten the screws because you're going to be taking this bracket back off, the large bracket. So let me go ahead and take these sides off and I'll be back. And now that I got the sides off of the Minn Kota trolling motor, I'm going to go ahead and mount this bracket to the bottom of the trolling motor right here, like that. So that way the beveled end is so that the bolt will sink in. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm just going to hand tighten these and then I'll get back with you. And now that I got my bracket bolted on, I just put the 4 bolts. And I just hand tighten them so it's nice and loose. I'm going to move this back so it's not slapping around because obviously the cord is there. And then I kind of just lay it there for now. Now what I'm going to do is pick this up and put it on the boat where I want it to go. Okay? So then I'll do that and I'll get back with you again. Go. Okay, now that I got my trolling motor up on the boat where I want it, as you can see, the new 2022 Mako Pro Skiffs come with the trolling motor already pre-wired and the bracket for you to have access to get in there and do what you need to do. Well, what I did is I took a clamp and I just clamped it down where I wanted it. Alright, so I clamped it down where I want it. Get it good. Get it all adjusted. Take my pencil and mark out the outer part of the bracket. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the trolling motor off, take the bracket off, and put the bracket up here, and I'll get back with you then. And now that I've disassembled the large bracket from the trolling motor, I put the small bracket in the center and I lined it up with my lines. And what I did is I trimmed a pencil real sharp so it'll fit inside the holes, and I just marked the holes out, and then I'll show you how I drilled those holes. And what I do when I drill fiberglass, I take a very, very small bit first. I don't use the size of bit of the hole that I actually want to drill. I put a small bit in, and what I do is I start in reverse and I reverse drill till I get through the gel coat at least, or at least, you know, a good amount. And then I'll go ahead and start it forward and go through forward. And then I slowly increase size of bits, reversing every time to get through the gel coat, and then using the bit to push my way through, working my way up to the size of what hole I want. The main thing is when you're drilling into a boat, especially this front area, you got to be really careful, because if you push all the way through, you're going to go through the whole of the boat, and that's definitely not something you want to do. So that's why I like having this access here already, and I'll have somebody either look in there, or I'll just take my time and drill really slow. So now, main bracket that holds the whole trolling motor to the boat. Okay, now we're going to take our large washers that came in the kit and the longer bolts to mount into the holes that we drilled, that we pre-drilled backwards, so that way we didn't splinter or crack the fiberglass. So always remember that, so you're not messing up your gel coat and fiberglass. You drill backwards first. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some 5200 on the back of this plate, so that way I seal my holes up right here, because when I'm done doing all this, I'm going to go ahead and seal all this too, because I'm going to do a quick plug, so that way I can unplug mine quickly. And you just need a little bit, like, don't go crazy, you know what I'm saying? You don't want it oozing all out. And yes, I know it's black, but that's all they had, so and it don't matter. The plate's black, so it don't really matter. I actually might do a little line all around to hold the bracket down, because I don't plan on ever taking this off, like ever. Because the great thing is now that you drilled your 4 holes, you can change your trolling motor out, no problem. And if it's a different type of trolling motor that has a different bolt bracket layout, as long as it'll slip on to the large piece that you have now, it should work. And if anything, you just drill into that, not your boat. So that's why I really wanted to do the quick release bracket.
Go.
And now we're going to take our Phillips screwdriver and our 7/16 socket, deep cell socket, so it'll fit through the threads, and go ahead and tighten this up. And I'll be right back with you after I do that. Now that I've installed the main bracket to the front of the boat, I'm going to go ahead and install the larger bracket to the actual trolling motor, and then I'll get back with you and show you how everything goes together.
Yep.
Now when I install this bigger bracket, it comes with smaller bolts, smaller washers, and the same size nut, so you'll need a 7/16 socket. Do not use a drill with these screws. They're not super strong. For some reason the head just strips really easy, so definitely use a screwdriver.
Yeah.
Now that I got my bracket mounted to the trolling motor, I'm going to go ahead and install my sides back on to the trolling motor, and then I'll lift it up on the boat and show you how I do the lock pin.
Yeah.
Now if you're going to be using the locking pin, make sure you put that in on either side of the bracket, which side you want. It slides in through the hole, and then you use one of the mounting bolts to put it on. Okay?
Yeah.
And now that I got my trolling motor up here and on the other bracket, I'm going to use the quick release pins to lock it in place. And as you can see, they should slide in pretty easy. And then they come with a Carter pin, but I will obviously be upgrading that to a lock. And there you go. Now your trolling motor is all installed. And in the next video, I'll be showing you how I wire up my trolling motor to my Mako Genius Gen 5 2-bank smart battery charger. Thank you for watching Real Fun Fishing
Subscribe, comment.
with Buddy Fowl of Southwest Florida, and I hope you can like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell to share my videos and get notified on all my new videos. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.